Hello all, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video we'll be discussing about deep learning and a complete roadmap to learn deep learning and also to become a deep learning engineer. So I was getting many requests in my LinkedIn and even in WhatsApp, and personally many of them were also asking. So for your example, you can see here these two requests how they want to learn deep learning. They were messaging me on LinkedIn. So I thought why not to create a complete roadmap which will be helpful for you all. So I have created a complete detailed roadmap, and even I'll be discussing with you all after deep learning what will be your step, what will be your next step to read, and in which routes you have to go. So guys, now let's not waste our time. Let's dive into my computer screen and discuss more about this. Before that, if you are not subscribed the channel, do subscribe the channel on the bell notification, and also make sure you all connect with me on LinkedIn. My LinkedIn URL is in this video description. So now let's start with the video. So guys, I have created this personalized roadmap for you all. So you can see this roadmap, and based on this particular roadmap, you all can definitely learn. So this is a structure which you have to follow to learn deep learning, and you will be able to do deep learning projects, and after deep learning also you can select a better path. So firstly, let us see, like you should know Python mainly. So I'm just telling you all, for those who all don't know, definitely make sure learn Python properly, including the OOPS concept. You should know the classes and everything. Make sure that you know the coding and Python properly. Okay. So once you learn Python, then you will be having the task with data wrangling, where you will be having you have to learn the libraries and databases. Where when it comes to libraries, you have to learn in Python pandas. So those who all don't know about pandas, I have already created a detailed video on pandas and NumPy. Those video links will be in this video description. You can go and watch it out. I have explained very clearly at there how you can use pandas and NumPy. Okay. So you should know pandas and NumPy for array manipulation, and matplotlib for visualization, even Seaborn for statistical visualization. So you should learn all about all these particular topics, okay, in detail. So when you know all this, it will be very helpful for you all to visualize and do database, learn properly. So after that, when it comes to database, it is divided into two topics. One is SQL and NoSQL. So when it comes to SQL, you have PostgreSQL, MySQL, and SQLite. These all are a kind of structured query languages which you can learn anyone. So right now MySQL is trending, or even SQLite you can learn, whichever is of your choice. Make sure you practice those queries properly and you know all this properly. After this, when it comes to NoSQL, you have two things. One is MongoDB and Cassandra. When it comes to MongoDB, I have even created a complete playlist on MongoDB. You can have a look on that also. Video link will be in this video description. And about Cassandra, so you can check Cassandra. Cassandra, very less people will use it, but if you want to learn, you can definitely learn Cassandra. Okay. So databases are done, libraries are done. So you means the dealing with data, which is data wrangling, is over. So once data wrangling is done, then you can go with machine learning concepts, which is again divided into three topics: supervised ML, unsupervised ML, and boosting techniques. So when it comes to supervised ML, again it is divided into two topics, which is regression and classification. Regression is nothing but the numerical data, classification is of categorical data. So when it comes to regression, you should learn linear regression algorithms like linear regression, decision tree, and random forest. So if you know all these three, regression part is done. For regression analysis, which is nothing but for numerical data predictions and analysis. Okay. So for classification, logistic regression, SVM, and decision tree regressor, you should know this. Okay. When it comes to classification, to deal with the categorical data. Unsupervised ML, this is again divided into three subtopics, which is clustering, dimensionality reduction, and anomaly detection. When it comes to clustering, k-mean clustering, hierarchical clustering, and DB scan, which is nothing but density based spatial clustering for applications with noise. So this is an abbreviation for DB scan. You should know about all these clustering techniques, how you can create the clusters of the data and how you can work with those different clusters. You should have idea about this. Okay. And when it comes to the dimensionality reduction techniques, they are of two things. One is of PCA, principal component analysis, and autoencoders. These both can be very helpful for us to deal with the dimensionality techniques, and the very sparsity of the dimensions will be there, right? To deal with them, it will be very helpful, and we will be using this more. PCA will be using more than autoencoders when we are doing the projects, okay? Anomaly detection. So when it comes to anomaly detection, you know that K nearest neighbor and isolation forest. So we'll be using this both for anomaly detection, okay? Then once supervised and unsupervised ML is done, we are left out with boosting techniques. When it comes to boosting techniques, we'll be using AdaBoost, adaptive boosting techniques to boost the algorithms and to check them, and gradient boosting techniques will be there. Cat boost will be using, and extreme gradient boosting, which is nothing but XG boost, will be using this also, okay? And we have forgot another two techniques, which is nothing but no, yeah, that's all. These all are the four boosting techniques which you should know properly, and you should know some regularization techniques also, like L1 and L2 regularization techniques. Make sure you learn them also, okay? So once this is done, your machine learning concept is done until here. So these all are your basics which you should know to enter into deep learning, okay? When it comes to deep learning, you should know four algorithms. One is ANN, artificial neural network, which is your first neural network, you can say, in deep learning, which you should know, and how you are going to train the data. This can handle the textual data, so you can use ANN for that when it comes to the textual data, and based on that you will be performing the analysis. So at the end, again, you will be using those ML algorithms, but this you will be using to create those particular neurons and create that particular architecture of ANN to deal with your data, okay? And you can use CNN. So after this, CNN comes, which is nothing but convolution neural network. This is mainly used for computer vision related problems when you are dealing with the image related data. So you will be using CNN, okay? After that, RNN, this will also handle the textual data, and for forecasting also will be handling. This is mainly used in NLP, recurrent neural network, okay? After this, we will be learning about GANs, which is nothing but generative adversarial networks. So this is also a kind of algorithm using which you will be, algorithm, or else you can say a neural network architecture, using which you will be training the data and performing the tasks. So whatever it is, these are the base algorithms of your deep learning. It is definitely required for you to learn these algorithms. Without knowing these algorithms, you cannot perform any deep learning operations. Make sure you learn what is this particular topic. For example, let's take ANN. What is ANN? Why we use ANN? And the architecture of ANN, it is important to understand. And there are different optimizers and different you can say loss functions which you should know to perform, and you should know to even fine tune them, okay? So this is done. Deep learning algorithms are done. After this, deep learning frameworks. So when it comes to algorithms, when you learn all this, these are theoretical, okay? So you will be learning them theoretical. To implement them, you need to know about TensorFlow, scikit-learn, PyTorch and Keras. So you will normally using more of PyTorch or TensorFlow to implement them, to create the architectures, and some of them are inbuilt in this particular PyTorch and TensorFlow. In essence, you will be importing those particular neural networks from these particular libraries only, and you will be creating the architecture and performing the operations, okay? So you should know about all these things in detail. Once these are done, let me tell you some of the basic projects, okay? Using DL, like handwritten digit recognition, like 1 2 3 numbers or digits, whatever it is there, it's handwritten. Since it's a kind of, you can say, image dataset you will be having in Kaggle. So using which you can perform using CNN, you can write a recognition algorithm for that. You will be using CNN because it's an image data set, right? Computer vision problem. So you will be taking this particular data and training the model using CNN architecture, and you can make predictions. So this is one project. Face detection, again here CNN comes. You will be training with different faces and data, and you will be recognizing whether that person's face is matching or not, okay? And the dogcat classification, this is a classification data, but here you will be again using CNN only. These all are CNN projects. Crop disease prediction, here if it's a textual data, even you can use ANN also, okay, because it's a classification algorithm. If it's a classification data, then you can use even ANN also. ANN works more in binary classification data. It will perform well on binary classification problems. So make sure learn about these algorithms and topics, and it will be very easy to understand. Okay, and those who all want a detailed notes which I have prepared for all this, make sure you comment below this video, and I'll send you the link of that particular notes, and you can learn easily with that concepts of deep learning. Okay. So after deep learning, so you know machine learning, and after deep learning, you will be having two parts now. One is of computer vision part, and one more is of your natural language processing NLP part. So what happens is you cannot learn both at a time, because this field is different and this field is different, and both the requirements will be different. So after deep learning, which is giving you more interest, whether with the image dataset you are feeling more interested and more like a kind of you're getting interest in creating projects on image data set, then go with computer vision. If with textual data, and if you want to learn more about Gen AI and AI related chatbots and all, then you can go with NLP. So guys, that's all I wanted to say about deep learning. Very soon I'll be coming up with a data science roadmap also, complete data science roadmap. So just do subscribe the channel and stay tuned. So that's all for today's video. Do like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you all. Bye bye.